Okay, I'm sleepy, but every time I watch a video on YouTube or something, the Samadhi is begging me to post a video today. Alyssa, are you going to post a video today? You're going to check in today? Alyssa, post a video. Can you just post a video and check in? It doesn't have to be long, just please, can you just post a video and check in? Um, Fine, I will. They're a little dirty. Okay. Oh, I can see myself. I don't think I like that. Okay. My lip is still a little bloody. Um, well, I saw this wonderful video on TikTok. My phone's over there, so I can't go and see the poster. I think his name's Whitney something, but it was like a Christian poster guy, and I hear you, Sean. Um, it's like a Christian poster, and he was like, I don't know what's happening, but you know, the gates of hell seem to be open, and every Christian I know seems to be being attacked by demons. And I wrote in the comments, I am Queen Lucifer, and I opened up the gates of hell. And that's why this is happening. And so, yeah, I opened up the gates in January, I think. In January, I opened up the gates of hell. I told you guys some of the experiences with my poltergeist and everything. Like, as soon as I opened up the gates of hell, like, my poltergeist appeared, and all the men started turning into goo, and Tom Hardy started turning into goo. Not just Tom Hardy, but a lot of them did. And what else happened? I have other videos about it. The baby poltergeist appeared and all that crazy fun stuff. And there was like a poltergeist in my house, in my apartment, and it was saying all this crazy stuff all the time. And I was just like sitting there, like listening to the poltergeist, like, what's it gonna say today? And yeah, uh, so that was cool. And I love when people post like TikToks and stuff. It's usually more like spiritual people and being like, "Oh my God, everybody's getting attacked by demons." Da, da, da. And I'm always like, thank you for the book report. Thank you for reporting back, because obviously the demons don't attack me. I don't really feel anything. They come and play with me, like I was saying, like with the poltergeist and stuff. They'll come and play with me, but you know, they don't attack Mama. So, um, usually the poltergeist will like walk into my room and, in some kind of demon form, and they'll be like, "Hi, hi." It acts like a baby, sort of like a sweet friend. Hi. So, uh, well, Leonardo DiCaprio turned into my poltergeist, and we had a lot of sex, like in plasma form and like in the astral realm, and like in and out of my body and his body and stuff. So that happened too. And I'm not going to leave out the sex part stuff, because that's what we're trying to get over, is like the sex codes. So, yeah. So that happened. It's not just Leo. I'm just focused on Leo right now. Um, but I do love those book reports, or like, those little videos from people like, "Oh my God, everybody's getting attacked by demons right now." Like, yes, thank you. Thank you for letting me know, because I've already explained how it works. The dark is in control, not the light. So you have to integrate fully to move ahead, to move forward. You have to integrate the dark. You can't just be a light worker, okay? You gotta be a dark worker. You gotta be a whatever you want to call it, a dark worker, shadow worker. You have to integrate both fully. So it's a good thing to open the gates of hell, and I enjoy it, clearly. So if you're being attacked by demons, or going to hell every night, you're welcome. You're welcome. Enjoy your demon codes. Get over it. Jesus is not going to protect you. He's not in charge. I am. Queen Lucifer, Alyssa, Illuminati Queen, Illuminati Princess, Anunnaki, Nephilim Queen, whatever you want to call me. I go by a lot of names. Okay, Project Looking Glass. So this is Project Looking Glass. Okay, I don't think this screen is made of glass, but you get it, right? I think our phone screens are made of glass. You get it. It's a screen. It's basically glass. It's plastic or it's whatever it is. You get what I'm saying. This is Project Looking Glass. You're looking at a screen. It's a government program to keep us, looking at our screens, looking at our phones. It's a government program. We want to move on from Project Looking Glass into Project Blue Beam. Blue Beam is like, oh, the fake alien invasion. I'd much rather have. It's all fake, right? I already explained it with the graphs. It's all fake. Everything is on strings. Everything is coded. And I'd much rather have a fake alien invasion than be looking at a screen 12 hours a day. I'd rather be having freaking aliens in the sky than to be talking to my friends telepathically over a screen. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm ready. Give me my freaking alien chips. So I had this they also are like, oh, she's becoming a death doula. Okay, that's fine if you want to call me a death doula. That's fine. I'm all that is. I am all that is. However, my friend's mom died, and I could hear him calling me telepathically. And I was like, okay, I'm coming, Aaron, I'm coming. And I went over and I was like, oh, his mom died. That's why I was hearing him telepathically. And then I went up with her. So I think I've talked about this before. I might not have talked about it on here, but when somebody close to you dies, in this case, it was my friend's mother, you can travel up with them, up the food chain, we call it, up the DNA strands, up the dimensional timeline. And you can start shifting into parallel universes and going up and up and up. And I did that when my friend's mom died. I went up with her and went up the spiral staircase, they call it, whatever. A lot of words for the same thing. And I saw people. I saw people and it's a natural process. Okay, it's a natural DMT trip. There's no drugs in the building. There's nothing that I'm taking. I'm not drinking any plant tea. Nothing's happening. The only thing that's happening is that I'm connecting to my friend over time and space through his mother's death. And that is giving me, because I'm a shaman in human terms, because I'm a witch in human terms, because I have spiritual powers in human terms, it's giving me this natural DMT trip. And so with this one, it was really, really intense, super intense. And I went up the food chain. I went all the way up the spiral, all the way up to the very, very tippity top. And I saw a lot of stuff. I don't remember all of it. I did record a little bit of it and I did talk about it a little bit. I couldn't, it's like this burst of energy, right? Because a human's free of the body and then I feel it. And then when you leave your body, you have this huge burst of energy. But I was still in the body. I'm still in my body, but I'm getting the death electrical current. So I had so much energy. I couldn't sleep. I had to run like 3 hours a day because I just had so much energy. So I was like running as much as I could to try to like get rid of some of that, the electrical shock, basically. It's like being hit by lightning kind of. And so I was running like 3 hours a day, hardly eating anything, hardly sleeping, and just like tripping balls, like tripping balls. Like I would just like watch my friend all day on his YouTube channel, and it would just be like tripping balls. And they would be like, the samadhi would be like talking over him, and he would be glowing all these different colors. Um, and then I switched to Max, and I was watching Max, and Max was giving me like all these amazing downloads, and he was just like, "What's the problem, sweetie? Are you okay?" And he's like, "It's me, it's the molecule. It's the molecule. It's the same molecules down there. It's just one molecule here, up here, me. It's the same molecules downstairs." And that was one thing I remember him saying. He said a lot more, and it's just, what else happened? My whole apartment was like singing all of these beautiful songs. Oh, Bjork projected into my apartment and gave me a personal concert and sang all of these songs I've never heard her sing. It was like all these brand new songs, like, and they were like amazing, like techno pop songs. It was just amazing. And there was, it was like a light and sound show, like inside my apartment, like for 8 days. And it was just like incredible. Like I saw the walls kept changing colors, like purple, orange, green, and then that would be like creepy, like a creepy video game with like creepy like yellow branches like going up and down the walls, which I really like. I like horror stuff, so when it appears in my room, I get really excited. I don't get afraid at all. I'm like, "Yay, horror!" Like Pizza Head. I hope Pizza Head walks in my room. And then that's when, and then I don't know, sometime during that time frame, I also felt like I was going to die. A lot of times these things, they're not like subtle, and they're not easy to deal with. And you do see unpleasant, weird things sometimes, and that's also normal because it's just an image. Don't take the image on to mean anything if you see something weird. Images and sounds. It's just an image, it's just a sound. Just like a compliment is not real, right? "Oh my God, you look so pretty today." And people take that stuff so personally, like, and then, "Oh my God, what is wrong with you? Why does your hair look like that?" Blah, blah, blah. People take that stuff so personally. It doesn't mean anything. Those are words, okay? Please stop being a stupid human. It doesn't mean anything. Words, words and images don't mean anything. That's all they are, is words and images. Again, it goes dark, then light, then images and sounds. And unless we make you real, you're going to stay 2D. So, like the video game Assassin's Creed, and he like, projects in from his little container, and it goes dark, and then it goes like light lines, and then it becomes images after that. If you ever played Assassin's Creed, that's a lot what it's like. That's a lot what reality is like. Like, this looks very real, looks very solid, but I've had reality where it just all dissolves into light, and it's like, oh, it's just all my light. It's just all my energy, all my light, and it's just, that's sort of like the static, and then humans are the static, and they come out of that, and it's just a projection from dark to light to images and sound. And then another thing that happened on that journey, which was the best part, was my guide was like, "Let's go for a walk." And it's like really cold in Wisconsin. I think there's probably snow on the ground. It was cold and in the middle of winter. And I took Fresh for a walk, and I took him to the dog park in my little like apartment complex. We had a dog park, and my guide said, look up. And I looked up, and it was an overlay of Star Wars. Like this, like Star Wars with all the cars and stuff, and like all of those buildings and the cars, the flying cars and stuff, the flying cars in the sky. That's what it was. That's what I saw. And I was just like, with all of the spaceships and everything. And I was just like, I started crying immediately. It was amazing. And then a bunch of other stuff happened, but that was the gist of it. And it was amazing and beautiful. And then, like you feel like you're going to die in the middle of it. And then all this beautiful stuff happens. And eventually, it goes away and you come down and you're just like, wow, I want more of that. I don't want this mundane muggle world. I want more of that. Give me more of that, please. Thank you. So, yeah, I think that's all I want to say today. Yeah. Oh, so that's like Project Bluebeam, right? You know how Bashar says, like, at first it's going to feel like a dream? Your first contact experiences are going to feel like they're dreams. But then in time, they're going to seem more and more like reality, more and more solid. He says something like that. That's exactly what it's like. If you're a mundane muggle and you're watching my channel and you've never had an experience before, but then you start to dream that you got abducted and maybe experimented on. Maybe you did get dissected, but you want to believe that was just a nightmare. That never happened to me. Well, guess what? It's real. It's as real as this 3D reality. It is real. And it just gets realer and realer and realer. Is that a word? So, yeah, I'm ready for Project Bluebeam. It's like that, like that's like what Project Bluebeam is, like with that, but it's like, okay, we want more of that. Like, just bring it on and bring like Star Wars down to like 3D. Another thing I saw was I saw Earth moving locations when I was in the dog park. It was like literally like I was on a spaceship and I was looking at the sky and I saw us moving locations like in a plane, and you're looking at the window and you can tell you're moving locations. That's what it looked like, but I was just looking at the sky and I was like, holy crap, we are moving to another location. This is crazy. It was really cool. But yeah, we want more of that. We want more of that. And that's basically like the beginning of Project Bluebeam. When those things start to bleed through, it's the higher dimensions like bleeding through to this dimension. And that's what we want. We don't want to be stuck in a mundane muggle world, do you? Well then, what are you doing watching this, buddy? Why are you here? What you doing watching my show if you want to be stuck being like Gary Vee and making a million YouTube videos and starting up your business and I'm gonna make $1 million this year? What are you doing here, buddy? What are you doing? Why are you watching me? But if you like aliens, and if you like the truth, and if you want to know your dreams are real, then welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the shit show. Your dreams are real, baby. Your dreams are real. Enjoy your nightmares.